welcome to the channel. So today is a day that people have requested that I do for a while. I've done a lot of videos in regards to EMONs and AMRAPs and circuits and complexes and things, but I very rarely put in just a simple old school A1 to A2 push-pull day. So today is all about hypertrophy. Some strength is involved as well, but the rep ranges are more sort of 8 to 10, so quite old school sort of style, which is about mechanical tension, time under tension, just to stimulate, not necessarily annihilate those muscles. And the aim for today is more to sort of stimulate some hypertrophy, a bit of muscle growth, a bit of strength, a bit of endurance. They all comes into play in the whole sort of session, but it's more about sort of hypertrophy muscle size. So it'll start off with an A1, which will be walking lunges, using kettlebells as a tool mainly, as a weight, not really going to be using too much as a sort of kettlebell in regards to anything skill, into dips with a kettlebell again, only because you can get a full range of motion through the parallel bars for about 8 reps, weighted. So that's 24 kilos on the dips. 4 sets of that, then go into a vertical press. And again, time under tension is key here. So just nice and simple, 3 sets of 10, which sounds so boring, but it's so useful and it's just such a good stimulus for the muscles, just to slow things down. So you're gonna get about 45 to 60 second stimulus on the muscles for growth and hypertrophy, which is the same thing, into inverted rows or Australian rows through the dip bars, which is it's a brilliant move because you can really focus on pulling and squeezing and engaging the back and also the rear delts on that move there. Then I'll finish off with some complexes with the kettlebells, as I pretty much always do. Won't be long, they'll just be quick 4 rounds of 6 different moves in a quick circuit, about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and that is it, job done. So yeah, here we go. I've just realized that editing the video, there was no set 1 on file. So all set 1 was exactly what you're about to see. 24 lunges, front hold, side hold, dips. Okay, so set 2. So again, nice and high rep. So clean those belts up, get in that front rack position, and we'll get these nice quality reps. 1, nice full range of motion. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna turn, go down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Double hand, farmers to the side, lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And down we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, 24 lunges, 12 on each leg. Half of it up here, the front hold, and half down here. Give yourself about 45 seconds to 60 seconds after that into your A2 move, weighted dips. This will be with 24 kilos for 8 to 10 reps. So again, we're staying in that sort of strength hypertrophy zone. Not too much strength here today. This is more about a bit of volume, controlled, not so metabolic, so the rest periods are longer, but we're getting that good stimulus for hypertrophy for those slightly higher reps. So with 8 to 10 reps, roughly about 60 seconds, 45, 60 seconds on the set, but with control, no bouncing around, the shoulders back, chest up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. Rest. So getting good quality reps in. And again, this is slightly more of a slower control day. You're still gonna get your heart rate up. You know, it's not sort of just 6 by 3 reps, 4 by 8 to 10, 8 to 12. It's more about sort of a hypertrophy day, so it's a good one. I know that people are asking me how I would incorporate more of a controlled, old school sort of style of training. Still a superset. You're still using kettlebells predominantly, but really here, they're just acting as a weight. There's not much skill involved, you're just holding them. Front rack position is good, holding kettlebells, but that can be done with a barbell or even dumbbells. The reason why I want to hold in the front rack position as well, it just taxes my core a bit more, the abs, on that front load. Also hits your quads slightly differently when the weight is more there, as opposed to here, it's a bit more glutes. So this is actually set 3. I'm gonna go into it now. I'm gonna keep the camera there. Hopefully that music isn't too distracting. But, so again, I suppose there's one kettlebell move with that cleaning up. But really, they're just acting as a weight. And again, brace the core, keep that nice and tight. 1, and get that mind muscle connection. 2, into the quads. 3, they're doing the work. 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna walk back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Walking back down. Okay, now with the weights to your side, they're gonna hit the glutes a bit more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's gonna hit their hamstrings and the glutes, but also your traps and biceps. 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. So again, making sure you keep your shoulders nice and parallel, nice and stable. But there we have sort of the 24 lunges. And really, it's only 12 on each leg. So it's not too bad. Rest. 1 minute, absolutely fine. And then see what you've also noticed, because it's a superset, you've rested a lot since you've last done the chest. So your chest, triceps should be fully recovered to go back into your A2 move. But again, this doesn't want to be too crazy, too metabolic. So you should be able to breathe quite comfortably and talk. Because you can play around towards the end with EMONs, AMRAPs, high rep circuits. This A1 to A2 should always be controlled. And again, don't want to grind out the reps too much. Okay, it's the 3rd set here. So, looking for 8 reps again. Shoulders back, chest up, good strong core. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 more. I'm going to take a little rest pause here. Again, don't grind out the reps. Rest pause are fine as well, it's a different thing. Just give that a little bit of muscle, a bit of time to recover. And 8. Good. Not grinding. Perfect. That's set 3. So this is a lovely little start to a full body circuit, so full body day. Obviously predominantly lower body, obviously with lunges, and then hitting your chest pretty hard for those 8 reps. So it's just 4 sets of this. About to go into my 4th. And again, you want a full recovery, and I always find the 3rd or 4th set are almost the best ones because your central nervous system's warmed up, you've actually warmed up your muscles, your ligaments, your joints, things feel stronger, and also you can get that mind-muscle connection into those muscles you're trying to work. I think if you start off too cold, those first sets can feel tough, so just do bodyweight stuff to start with, just use one to start with, and then build up into it. But make sure you have at least 3 or 4 really good working sets. Mainly really all you need for hypertrophy, I think, is just actually 2 really good solid sets, but with a big warm up. And the last one, you can kind of go all out, even a drop set as well. All right, so this is the last set of lunges. Okay. So, not sure why that was paused. Last set of lunges. Okay, this is 26 minutes now. So let's just see how long we're under tension here for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. $19, 20, upright, 21, 22, 23, 24. So again, seems like quite a lot of volume there. So it's 1.5 minutes, 90 seconds, which is nice for hypertrophy. The volume's quite high, that's only 40 kilos. Obviously you can shorten it if time's an issue. You can just go for front squats for a leg move for 6 to 8 reps, whatever it is, then rest. But I just quite like the feel of those. I did heavy squats on Monday, so those feel really nice. Again, let the breath come back. And then go into your last final 4th set of about 8 reps on the dips. And then we'll go into a B1, B2. And again, hope this is of interest, entertaining. It's all very simple stuff, but it's really important to show you that it's not all about just flowing kettlebells and jumping around and quick movement. Time under tension, mechanical tension, all these things are really important for strength, body composition, hypertrophy. And again, these kettlebells are just being used as a weight right now. There's nothing, they could be used, so this isn't to do with kettlebells. This is just to do with how my training works. But I find the kettlebells are good because plates actually bounce the floor quicker, well, touch the floor quicker. All right, so dropping shoulders back and down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 3 more. And again, don't be scared or don't be afraid to do like a rest pause set. It just means you're going to get a few more quality reps in. Rest pause, cluster sets, whatever you want to call them. Just means that you can rest a little bit and get a few more sets in, a few more reps in. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Nice, perfect. Again, those last few were tough. I don't want to annihilate myself. Stimulate's good because there's still a few more chest push-pull sets coming in, which we'll see in a second. Okay, so B1. This can be done with dumbbells, even a barbell as well. I'm still going to stay with the kettlebells just because they're here now and I like them. It's going to be a solid, strict press, okay? So this is going to be about 8 to 10 reps, even more probably, okay? So 8 to 10 reps, no bouncing with the legs, nice and smoothly up. 1, and slowly down. 2, and slowly down. 3, slowly down. So we're creating that good time and attention. 4, 5, 6, 7. So no legs, just shoulders. 8, 9. One more. 10. See, you could have a tendency to try and rush those and get more reps out. Use the legs, bounce, thrust, hip, push, whatever. Push, press from your legs and get more reps out. But this is all about strict control movement. The lunges, the dips, and now just strict shoulder press. So predominantly just the shoulders and triceps, a little bit of upper chest. Obviously your body's working to stabilize. You're standing up, so it is still a fairly compound move, but you're just recruiting these boys here, your shoulders, to do the work. Now, a really lovely move on the bars, the Pirouette bars, whatever they're called, dip bars, sorry, is a thing called like an Australian row, an inverted row. I'm not sure actually I've done these on the channel too many times, but for a bodyweight exercise, that also hits your rear delts nicely, but your back with control. Just come up and squeeze and hold. 1, 2, 3. So lock out your back, your legs, your glutes. 4. If you need to, a bit of assistance is fine. 5. But try and get that full range of motion. Retract, pull, and squeeze at the top for at least a second or 2. 6, 7. And again, 10 reps. 8. And 9. One more. Trap, pull, and squeeze. 10. So, I tend to find that people think those look a lot easier than they actually are. To do those with really good form, you do actually recruit a lot of muscle in your back, your rectus spinae, your glutes, your hamstrings, they're all locking out, but it's a really lovely move, especially if you have issues with pull-ups. Something that you can do at home, in the garden, wherever. These bars are just brilliant. Dips are fantastic. It's like a bit of a cliche, but like the squat for the upper body. And those sort of inverted rows, those Australian rows, are brilliant. I love them because you got a really good mind-muscle connection. So as a B1 to complement the lunges and dips, the press, a vertical press, and a horizontal pull is fantastic. So again, rest, a minute and a half, 2 minutes after that, and then go back into the shoulder press. This is just gonna be dead simple. It's gonna be 3 sets of 10. So 4 sets in the first lot, 3 sets the next lot. And it's gonna look like this. So the shoulders will be a bit fatigued from the dips too, so take that in mind. And again, do what you can for those 8 to 10 reps, but under control. Don't rush. Okay, so clean up, and we're gonna go for this solid 1, and a full lockout. 2, 3, control down. 4, control, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. It's amazing also. You have to leave the ego at the door because it's only 20 kilos in each side. 10 reps can still be quite humbling when you slow it down. Any weight can be humbling when you slow it down. Time and attention is key there. So 10 nice reps there, small rest, and then we're going to go into those rows. I'm going to show you again from this angle how it should look. And because this is body weight, the rest period can be a little bit shorter, but here we go. All right, so wrap the bars up, and 1, nope, go. 2, nope. 3, and 4. So your glutes, hamstrings, it's all working as well. 5, 6, 7. Use the legs again if you need to get that full range of motion. 8, 9. One more. 10. Okay, a minute, 90 seconds rest. Final round coming up. So again, doesn't have to be kettlebells, can be dumbbells, even resistance bands. If you've got some strong resistance bands, if you go slowly down, that way down for that time and attention, it's all going to work. It's just a tool to help stimulate the muscles to fire up. But where the kettlebells come into play is the flows, the fun, the movement, and they are extremely versatile for so many different things. But I will say for pure strength, they're not ideal. That's where you have to load up the barbell for, 3-4 reps, whether that's a squat, back squat, or bench or deadlift, or whatever it is. That's more pure strength. I think it's key to just use each part as the correct tool for what's needed, those dogs. Woody? Okay, last set of these. I'm just gonna spin it around here. Okay, I'm gonna just absolutely get those dogs in a minute. Come here, Woody, come here, come here. Hey, no, Woody. Oh, dicks. Okay, so last set, shoulder press. 20 kilos, 8 reps, 8 to 10 reps, control, slow on the way down. Okay, drive up, I'll move around a little bit on this one as well. All right, so we have just the 1 clean, and then here, press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Oh, just trying to work out. Oh, shoulders on Wednesday as well, yeah. So Tuesday. Okay, 2 more. And again, put them down if you need to. Just get those quality reps out. Time and attention, don't rush them. But they can't be too easy either. They have to be tough at the end, especially for the last set or 2. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 1. 1. 2. 2. 3. 3. 4. 4. 5. 5. Oh yeah. Hang on. Woody, here. Woody. Woody. Here. And then I think it's the last set. I'm not sure where I am now. Those dogs have just put me off. Yeah. So I'm gonna show you from the side here. So the last set of these, also have these fairly close. And the good thing is just to try and wrap your hands around it more so the knuckles are pointing back up. Same thing with the pull-ups. Okay, so you're pulling almost with your palm. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I can almost feel this in my abs as well. 5. 5 more. 5. Retract, pull, squeeze. 4. So retract the shoulders and then lift. 3. 2. And 1. So, great time and tension there. And again, when I say about retracting the shoulders, I mean to keep them back in this position here. So instead of just pulling like this, try and retract the shoulders back down and then pull. So you're literally switching your back on first and engaging the back to pull as opposed to just pulling with the arms. Same principle with the pull-ups, same thing principle with any sort of row. You really want to switch the back on first and then pull with your arms in. I see too many people just trying to pull their arms. You're just going to burn out your biceps and your forearms there. Okay, so that is B1 to B2. Now we are going to the C's. Okay, so it's the last part of the circuit of the session today. This is where we can have a bit more fun. You can get a bit more sort of complexes and circuits, reps. So, still using those 2 kettlebells now, but we're gonna go into a flow of all different moves. Let me just make sure you can actually see those kettlebells in the shot. I think you can. All right, so, I'm gonna start with basically a complex of 6, 6, 6, 6, a load of different moves. It'll look like this. You're gonna start with 6 gunslingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down to the ground. 6 press ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back to your feet. 6 cleans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back down to the ground. 6 press ups, but with a burpee. Stand up. So you're gonna kick your feet up and lift. 6. Down. And 5. And 4. And 3. 2. And 1. But then don't put them down. But microphone's kind of a bit weird. Keep hold of them. 6 alternating reverse lunges. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's one round. Aim for 3 to 4 to 5 of those rounds, depending on time, depending on how you're feeling. But get a good round in. A minute, minute and a half between each round. But it's just a nice bit of, nice complex, nice bit of higher intensity, just to finish the day off. And actually, with a warm-up, with the A1, B2, A1 and A2, B1, B2, a lot of volume, and these complexes, and a cool down, you should be able to get it all done with. Okay, so set 2, round 2 of this little hit here. So again, gunslingers, just to give you a bit of description of what they are, because I went into it pretty quickly there. And so if you all just know this one immediately, it's like a sort of, it's almost like a cross between a swing and a clean. But you're just gonna stop halfway, so you're gonna pull back. So again, it's gonna recruit the back a bit here. So you're gonna swing up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually get the heart rate up nicely. 6 deep, but quite quick and powerful press ups. 3, through the bells. 4, 5, 6. Come up. Clean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down. 6 press ups again. Deep with a burpee. Stand up. 1. Down. Kick the legs back. Make sure you go nice and deep again. Try and get those heels as close in as possible. And lift through the heels. 2. And 3. Down. Kick your heels in. Look up. 4. Make sure you don't lift up with the heels too much. And bum too much. 5. 6. Reverse lunges. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Slightly cheated on that last one there. Okay. And that'll be it. So you can do a few more rounds if you want to. I can do 1 or 2 more rounds, but that'll be it for me. I've got to take dogs out and I've got quite a busy day. But I just wanted to show you how a more methodical sort of strength hypertrophy day might look, where you're just taking things down, slowing things down. There's more structure. I wasn't completely going on time there. I was going a bit more on my perceived effort of how well I recovered. As long as my breathing wasn't too labored and my heart rate was dropped, I was ready to go back into the A2 or the B1, B2, etc. Rest periods are great, and that's where you can actually play around with the rest periods, and then so you can see progress. You can shorten them. So that's a way of increasing, sort of getting better, getting stronger, getting more progress in the week. But for me, because I'm in tune and I know exactly how I feel, and I'm just going to go with sort of rate of received exertion, RPE. Right, that's it. Warm up, by the way. I had the rope there, kettlebells. I had the rope and a few kettlebell swings, some dynamic warm-ups and bodyweight squats, but that was it. But yeah, hope that was entertaining. Hope that was informative. Just keep things low, slow. And again, if hypertrophy is a goal, muscle size, increase muscle size, this is where time and attention and mechanical tension come into play loads. Kettlebells are brilliant. They're not amazing for hypertrophy unless you slow things down, like I did on the B1, where I use them more as a tool, as opposed to sort of an implement of fun and skill and enjoyment, and as opposed to more of a metabolic conditioning tool. So yeah, if you've got kettlebells, just slow it down. Again, bands, dumbbells, it all works. Just take your time and try and get that, again, that mind-muscle connection if hypertrophy is your goal. Start to feel what's happening, what's moving. You're not just aimlessly going through the motions. you're getting that mindset, mind control, where you're actually feeling your quads firing up, your core's engaged, your shoulders, whatever muscle you're stimulating or trying to hit, just take your time, slow things down. Of course, if you want to have some fun, if you want to get into shape and get fit and then get some endurance or grit or whatever, then go all out, swings and moves and cleans, brilliant for you, because that's a very different stimulus. That's just great for body composition. That's great for grit and just feeling like you've done some work. This stuff's good though, and lunges are always tough. Right, that's it, see ya.